How do you do? How is everybody? Al, how you doing, buddy? Did you see my last live stream with a replay? I was I was slapping cans. I was smacking cans. Hey, no man, how you doing, buddy? How's everything going? How I was we all know there was a terrible tragedy in our country um recently. And a lot of the media doesn't cover this, but this person was a leftist, a mentally ill leftist transformer, you could say. Poop shooter. And that's what the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about. Now, I want to advise everyone, these type of shootings, they're rare. Okay? They don't happen all the time. As a matter of fact, a lot of times they don't happen a lot of time, and you got a better chance of dying from a bee sting than basically a mass shooting. That's so true, Al. Now I was enjoying my cans, and of course I have different kinds of ammunition. I've been falling in love with 3/8 steel, but I with this I decided to go back to some good practice ammo, the cheap marble, made of glass. I would not take those, man. They're just terrible. They're highly addictive narcotics, cause brain damage. I don't use those. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got that going for me. Thank you, Malice. Oh, you did. Interesting. How far back? Yeah, I know, but I have. Here's the thing: the reason I started buying 3/8 from Walmart is because of the fact I was given these slingshots, but they have smaller pouches than I'm used to. Okay, I can't use my larger steel ball bearings or marbles on those particular kind of on the type of pouches that are there. So I'm glad I brought this one out because I have different frames with different pouches, and I'm glad. And this is a bigger pouch, so it can shoot a larger ball, you could say, which is a marble. Cool. ASEA. Well, this is America. American stream. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. That's what we're doing. So, got some good things here. A lot of things to talk about, I guess. You know. Oh man, I was listening to some music by Oliver Anthony. He's pretty good. Hello, Justin. How you doing? All right. What do I mean? Um, I don't get that. I said hi. I don't understand the G. I guess I am as much as I can be. I'm about to have a new job, which is going to be pretty good. It took me a while, and the reason why I wasn't able to bounce back from losing my last job is because I found out my area is a job desert. There's not many openings. So yeah, but no need to worry. No need to worry. I'm applying to positions. You know. Hello, Slayer. I'd rather keep my dignity, Justin. Dude, let me explain something to you. Okay, you're delivering, I say maybe food or packages. You're out driving by yourself. You're not dealing with most of the time. You're probably not dealing with customers that much, dude. You just sit in your car and I mean, dude, that's not on your feet as much. That is a good job, bro. Good job to have. You try what I did at Walmart. standing on concrete for like 3 hours straight. Not being able to sit down. You know what I mean? It takes its toll on your feet. I just might do that, but I'm not. I just might do that, Al. Just might do that. Another thing I'm going to announce. Some good people. Maybe there might be a collaboration in the future with somebody you don't know yet. I might be collaborating with somebody in the future. Not sure if this is set in stone, though. But there might be an online collaboration with with a prepper channel. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say which channel it is. But his channel's awesome. And he wants to do a collaboration with me. He likes my content. I'm not. I agree, Al. Oh, come on. Let's be honest, Al. Old Sleepy Joe will soon be headed down below in the near future. Let nature take its course, I say. God will sort that out, you know. God's gonna sort that one out, you know. Yeah, I know. But let's see what else we got. All right, there's some things we don't talk about. I've been asked a lot of times. I was kind of in a debate. Some people don't particularly care for my views on feminism and stuff like that, and I always get this kind of response, because I'm a Christian. I like traditional gender. I'm anti-feminist and anti-equality and pro-traditional gender roles. I believe that we're not equals. We complement each other, men and women. And I got a lot of these people say, "Well, you just want to go back to the 1950s." I'm like saying, "No, I don't." You know, if anything, I just want to see if anything, if I could say anything on, it's not the 1950s that most men like me want. What we want is probably the end of this civilization most of the time. Because obviously, like a major collapse, something that will bring like a Mad Max kind of world, you know? That's what I want. Oh, Molasses, I have nothing against her, but I'm starting to see that she's under demonic possession. So, nothing I can say about that. She's like, I think that she's her practicing a witchcraft, has let demons in her life, and, well, you see where that goes, you know? This is why I don't mess around with tarot cards or Ouija boards. I just don't mess with it. I don't want to be near it. You know? If anything, I feel sorry for Molasses. It's, she's, well, hello, Azat. Yeah. Kurdistan. Cool. Well, greetings from America. Hello, Chris. How you doing? I heard you lost weight, Krista. Good for you. I've lost some weight myself. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? We're all just hanging in there, aren't we? Very good, Krista. Very good. I've seen some of your videos, Krista. I just a little bit of advice, Krista. It's nothing against you. Your haircut. I would say to grow your hair a little bit longer. You look better with longer hair. I've seen like your clips of you with longer hair. That hairdo, that cut short hairdo just doesn't work for you. It doesn't look good on you. You know. It doesn't look feminine. Awesome, Nomad. So have I. I've lost some weight. I've turned some weight, some fat into muscle. So yeah.
An older woman with a younger guy.
Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally hit on something. My apologies. I think she is, but well, but she doesn't look good with that haircut. Not at all. The haircut is horrible on her. Very good, Krista. Yeah. I know. I know. I get it. Well, summer's almost over, Krista. We're about to hit fall. Isn't that nice? I was born around Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure which. But yeah, that's when time of year I was born. I'll be turning 45. I'll be turning 45 in a couple of months. We were born around the same year. Krista? I hear you're from Connecticut, and I'm from Maryland. Interesting. Yeah, well, I'm from Maryland, so we're not that far away. Well, we are very much far away. But you're all the way upstate. I'm closer to the Mason-Dixon line. Well, yep. Well, we got 12 views and only 3 likes. I think we'd get a few more likes out that. Thumbs up, people. Just a few more likes. I know it's not a lot. Yeah, maybe about, thinking maybe 6 likes for now, 4 likes, that's pretty good. Cool. 8 hours. Okay. It's nice. That's awesome. Well, I want to go to a red state, early riser, where you have a certain, like self-defense rights. Someone comes in your... I want to go to a state that has stand your ground laws, you know what I mean? Or if you come onto somebody's property and start trouble, you can Mr. Boom Boom them, you know what I mean? Not get in trouble with the law, you know? You know? Yeah, that's interesting. Here's a lot of pine trees in Connecticut, a lot of mountains, beautiful place. If it wasn't for the, just like my state, it's got a lot of beautiful places in my state. If it wasn't for who was running it, it would be a great place to live, but, this is why a lot of people go to red states. A very good early riser. Very, very good. Remember, early riser, these air guns and everything like that, good stuff. But always have a knowledge, you know. I'm gonna tell you this. I started out, okay, the reason I got into primitive weapons and started becoming proficient with bows and crossbows and spears and slingshots and blades is because, well, I couldn't get a firearm. So I started out because back then there was no alternatives. Back then around my area, the only alternative was primitive weapons. It was archery stuff. It was getting a crossbow. It was like getting a blade, learning some different skills like using a slingshot. So that's where I became proficient with primitive weapons because of that. And then later on, as time went, new tools started to emerge, like the new PCP air rifles and the less than lethal launchers, and it's been an amazing journey. I mean, you know, but that's how it started for me. Happy birthday, Holly. I think I just gave you a shout out, Holly. Window liquor, how you doing? All right, well. But that's how I started out. I needed a means to defend myself, and you know, I'm great, window liquor. I'm much taller than Peter Dinklage, Bernal. Much taller. But thanks for the compliment. All right. Well, we got 11 views and 7 likes. Thank you, Bernal. All right, all right. Now, I decided to skip on the Halloween party this year, because in November, I'm going to do a birthday bash. A birthday bash. A big old birthday party for yours truly. I'm gonna be holding. All right, well, got some stuff to do. Well, I tell you what, I'll tell you this. I'm sorry about last night. I ran out of energy. I was just zapped of energy. I went for like a very long walk before I came back home, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do another stream. Luckily tonight I didn't go for any walks. Thank God. So my birthday is on November the 28th, okay? The year I was born was 1980. So I'm going to I am going to have a birthday bash for my 45th birthday. I think I might know where I can hold it too. You know? Talk to the manager. So, okay. There we go. All right. Well, I'm trying that thing to say. So, another thing that I'm planning on doing. Oh, I'll talk about some. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about this. Grizz. Well, Grizz, I am a real man. All right, let's show this. All right. Well, we got 13 views, only 7 likes. I think we can get some more likes up there. At least up Lundy. You doing? Oh, your boys are so they are so cute. Cute little guys they are. Oh man, they're like little cartoon characters. They are that cute. For those who don't know, this is my cousin. He's family. We come from the same werewolf stock, you could say. Yeah, we're a family of werewolves. Well, God bless them. They're cute as puppies. They're little cubs. All right. God bless those little guys. They're so cute. You know. All right, we're gonna talk about something. Let's see. Here's the video. I wanted to show this little video here. Can we just yeah.
I have been using the
I hate
years or 4 months, I have lost 30 pounds.
Hers has changed my life.
Shut up with the ads.
This disturbing video has been spreading like wildfire on social media, showing two girls yelling at a man, filming them as they move around frantically, and one even pulling out two weapons that she flashes at him. The girl, who was later arrested, is being praised online as a hero for standing up for herself, but the question remains, what act?
Let me explain this to you. This migrant in Europe was trying to proposition a 12-year-old girl, okay, and got rejected, and he assaulted her, and that's when the sisters came out. I researched this story, and you know what I'm going to say about this is that this is why multiculturalism simply doesn't work. This is why you need strong borders. He's not innocent. He's a groomer is what he is. Freaking groomer. And I don't blame that little girl for wanting to defend herself. You know, I really don't. I don't. But you know, it's kind of funny. We have laws in blue states and in Europe where they try to make self-defense, illegal. I always say it's better to be judged by 12 than carried out by 6. Bullshit, he was just protecting himself. Have you read the Quran? Some of the things they believe in? Ugh, disgusting. They have no business being in Europe. Okay? No business. But I'm an American. I have no say at what goes on over there. A lot of times I can't be bothered, but you know. But a lot of times there's nothing I can do about that stuff, you know. But I praise that because I believe everyone has a right to defend themselves. Everybody. You have a right to defend your loved ones. You know, they banned guns over there. Yeah. I have read it, Grizz. It's freaking groomer is what he is. No, man. You know, all I can say is that to my brothers and sisters in Europe, I feel your pain. I understand where you're coming from. Look, about what, Hammer? Not from the information I've been getting, Grizz. I haven't read the Quran, Hammer, but I have read some passages of it. A lot, and I have heard some scholars. I've heard some scholars talk about it, and I can assure you, a lot of it is just sickness, and you know. I'm not for that. It's not, and the thing is, it's not even, a lot of it's Really, Grizz? Really? The point is here, let's put the religion aside here. They're bringing in people that are not culturally compatible with the host nation. They're not. These people are not culturally compatible. They're not compatible to the host nation. You're bringing in people from barbarian. You're bringing in barbarians into a civilized country. It's not going to work. Barbarians will not assimilate. No, barbarians. They should be in their own country with their own people. It just doesn't work, does it? No, barbarians. Barbarians. How you doing, Ed? How you doing? Look, and all I'm going to say is that you have a right to defend yourself. Nothing against it. That's Old Testament, Grizz. Anyway. Leave the religion out of it. These are two different... Yeah, it's a good investment if you want a cheap hobby you can do, or if you want to take up hunting. Yeah, they're cheap. The bands are cheap. The ammunition is cheap, and you can hunt with it. You can hunt with these. So yeah, great investment. You can make them. You can buy them. You can learn how to shoot them. Yeah. I know, but the thing is, these religions don't mesh very well. Western Christianity and Islam do not mesh, okay? There are two different ways of thinking. The religions just don't mesh, okay? Let's just put it that way. I can, Rocky. Well, not with a slingshot, hammer and nails, but with a crossbow. Yeah. What colors, Rocky? What are you talking about? Oh, well, this one's solid black. It meshes very well with the shirt I'm wearing. Yes, solid black. Black bands, black frame. Yeah. Heavy bands, too. That's an amazing shot, hammer and nails. Well, certainly incapacitate them. if necessary. Very true, hammer and nails. That's very true, Rocky. You could, if you practice that skill. I would say learn how to use an atlatl. If you want to throw a spear into a deer, the best thing to use is atlatl on the wire. No, not according to Jesus' teachings. No, out on the wire. Anyway, like I said, you're bringing in people that aren't culturally compatible with Western values, traditional Western values. So, yeah, it's going to fail. Okay, well, I was able to keep my promise. Good for you, Rocky. Yep. All right. So let's get a better look at the footage, shall we? Think it's a good idea. Well, there's a reason for that. It's called Dave Buldo. He seems to hang out around there a lot. I don't want to talk to him. Did I answer your question? Oh, look at this. They're already making her a hero. Look at that. Braveheart. The axe and the sword. With William Wallace. That's Gab, by the way. Really? I would beg to differ, Hammer and Nails. I would beg to differ. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to write about the situation. Justice for Lola and Ruby. While walking their local community, Lola and Ruby and Maya, 13, were accosted by 2 adult foreign nationals. The foreign nationals were directly inappropriate sexual remarks at Lola. When Lola and her sister told the migrants to leave them alone and go away, Ruby was viciously attacked by the adult female, yanked the ground by her hair, and both migrants proceeded to kick Ruby in the head on the ground. Seeing their sister being beaten senselessly on the ground, so this is the ground. Sister being beaten on the ground, senseless on the ground. Lola retrieved an axe and a knife, and bravely scared off the attackers, saving her sister. This is when the foreign national decided to film the aftermath, and went on social media. In the video, says Lola's telling the attackers go away and leave her sister alone. Ruby was hospitalized after the attack, severe concussion, a tennis ball sized lump on the ooh! Cowards! Cowards! I say. After seeing her sister being beaten. This is when the foreign national decided to, in the aftermath, which went on social media in the video, you can hear Lola telling the attacker to go away and leave her sister alone. Ruby was hospitalized with a severe concussion and tennis ball sized lump in the back of her head, as well as lots of bruises. Unfortunately, rather than arrest the attackers, the local police decided to arrest Lola instead. We set this campaign because, like millions of others, well, I don't know who they are, but yeah, you get it. No. The one who defended her sister is in jail. You've got to be kidding me. How crazy is that? No PSA. No. If you're trolling, I can tell you to go. Anyway, Oh, that just boils my blood. What an injustice there. What an injustice. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Man, oh man. I don't know. I don't know, Hammer. I don't live in Scotland now, do I? But I can assure you they wouldn't try that here with my nieces. Oh, no, they wouldn't. I'll tell you why. I'm part Scottish, Hammer and Nails. So I'm from that. I am descended from the Blessed Isles. I'm part Irish, I'm part Scottish, and I'm part English. And trust me, I have an Irish temper sometimes. Yeah, that just pisses me off, you know. So, yeah, you get it. It's horrible. Horrible injustice. Makes you sick. But, you know, that wouldn't happen here. Well, that's on him, PSA. I don't care what Noodles does anymore. Very horrible. But I can, one thing I will tell you, the chances of that happening in America is a lot less. Number one, we're an armed population. We've got a lot of gun owners in America. You try that stuff in America. And number two, we wouldn't tolerate that as much as they do in other countries. We wouldn't tolerate that crap. I'll put it this way. You try that, you remember that song from Jason Aldean? Try that in a small town. You try that grooming stuff in a small town. You try that stuff. You won't be dealing with little girls with knives. No. No. You'll be dealing with some men with guns. Know what I mean? Bottom line, they wouldn't try that in America. Just wouldn't happen. We wouldn't play that. And trust me, if they ever tried that with my nieces, trust me, my brother and some other people, it'll be over for them. Certain things you just don't do like that. Not here. You try that grooming gang stuff here, it's ain't gonna go too well for you. Hello, Chris. I remember seeing the footage where some Pakistanis tried that grooming gang stuff in America. I can tell you what happened. I saw some footage of that. They tried that, and basically they got their entire store totaled. Yeah, you don't try that in the United States. Oh, really? Mm. You could have fooled me out in the wire. Mm. There's a lot of, they call it knife crime there. Mm. Do you know what solves knife crime? Letting people have a right to defend themselves. That's what solves it. Mm-hmm. It, you know, and we are hammer and nails. Exactly, Chris. What was happening in Europe would not happen here, because the people who did it would be, well, they'd be done. You got a lot of interesting people here. You know, man. People that don't give a shit. It's not like Europe where it's like, you know, where everything's restricted and everything like that. Americans have a different attitude. You did that to my daughter. If you attacked my daughter like that, I'd come to. I'm not going to say what I would do. If I had a daughter and they did that to my daughter, oh, good Jesus. No, man. I can assure you. You wouldn't know. You want to see what the wolf would do? You wouldn't want to know. I'd be dropping bodies. That was my daughter. I don't give a damn. Exactly. I don't know. You ask Noodles. I don't associate myself with him anymore. He sees himself as a modern day Howard Stern. That's why. You know. Bull crap out in the wire. I call nonsense on that. And I would say those numbers are doctored. Anyway. Yeah, okay. I believe that like I believe, you know, Pakistan is a real nice place to go for a vacation destination. You know? That being said, Okay, well, we got 12 likes. Anyway. I don't know. Well, I got nothing else to say, man. I really don't. I'm just like, I don't know. Oh, we can talk about, what else we can talk about here? Let's see what else is there to talk about. Some old movies, I guess. I love older movies. I love movies from the 80s, 90s, sometimes even from the 70s. So, older films are really nice, you know. Older TV shows, older films, for the wokeify stuff, you know. So let's see. See what I like out here. Ah, here's a classic TV show, Hunter. I remember that from when I was a kid. I used to watch that cop show, Hunter. I know, I know. I know, I mean, it's like, it's crazy. Yeah, Hunter is a pretty good class. Now, that's the original RoboCop. I remember watching that when I was a kid. With Peter Weller in it. Yeah. Okay, well, we got some good stuff. Let's see. Here's a classic from the '80s with Corey Haim, who's no longer with us. Corey Haim, Double O Kid, some classic family. I remember this one. This is a classic a classic Dennis Quaid movie called Dreamscape. Really cool movie. If you haven't seen really interesting movie, Dreamscape is one of them. Thank you. Well, we'll see what happens. Name I cannot pronounce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good one too. Oh, Dungeon Master. That was a really cool '80s movie. It was a cool '80s B movie. Really weird, but really interesting as well. I love the B movies myself. You know, Crossworlds. Pretty cool interdimensional thing from the '90s. Pretty cool. Oh, No Escape. I recommend that movie for you. All right, let's see what else we got. I remember Species. That was pretty good. I saw that in theaters. Awesome, Chris. You know, at one time I thought Alyssa Milano was kind of cute, but she became But you know, the thing about women is this: is that they're pretty until they open up their mouths. Have you noticed that? You can have the prettiest woman in the world. If they say shit that's like, if they say stupid stuff or they say stuff that's like, if they're just really bad people, you know what I mean? So a lot of women can be pretty up until they open up their mouths and talk. And then they're not pretty anymore. You know? Every man can relate to that. So a lot of these female celebrities, they're pretty up until they open their mouths and talk. You know? Then you don't want to talk to them anymore. Then you don't like them anymore. You know? Don't act like it's not true. Don't act like it isn't true, Hammer and Nails. It is. It is. But it is. Really? Really out on the wire. But we have come on to a new subject out on the wire. I'll talk to you later about that. Interesting. You know, my father once told me that beauty, not all the time, you got to judge things on an individual basis, of course. But there are times when beauty can be a mask to hide a monster. Make no mistake about that. You know? Beauty can always be a mask to hide a monster. Thank you, Tiff. God bless you. All right, we got 12. All right, well, I think that we've come to a conclusion here. You know, I've been listening to a lot of Oliver Anthony songs. Pretty good. Oh, why don't I do some shredding for you? Where's it? Here it is. Oh, damn. Don't you just hate when that happens? Yeah, drop someone. Go and do some shredding. What's going on? Well, that's weird. Still sharp. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's just shredded down. I might need some sharpening on this one. Yeah, I think it's getting a little dull. This knife is getting a little dull. Okay. Well, there you go. There you got it. All right, well, let's see what we can do. All right, well, I do believe it's time for me to go. God bless you. All glory goes to God. Hello, Ahmed. I have to go. What, Ahmed? I'm about to leave, so make it quick. If you're trolling, you're going to be gone. Well, shout out to Ahmed Weapon. Ahmed Weapons. Yeah. I'll check it out. Ahmed Weapons, okay? Alright, let's see. I got right here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I see you. Alright, well, yeah, you got some good stuff, I'll admit. Got a pistol. Glock, you got some good stuff, yeah. Yes, I can use a bow and arrow. I just prefer the recurve or longbow over a modern compound. Try me. Let's see how this is. Okay. I'll subscribe to you and well, I said a recurve or a longbow, but no, with an arrow, you don't need a lot of force. It will pierce either way. Welcome, Ahmed. Alright. Alright, I gotta go. God bless you. All glory goes to God. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.